So I'm content manager for BenitoLink, Nick Preciado, and I'm here with the City Council for Hollister, District 4 candidates, Tim Burns and Julio Rodriguez. Let's go ahead and get started. Mr. Tim Burns, why don't you go ahead and give us your intro statement, 45 seconds, whenever you're ready.
Hi, my name's Tim. I'm running for City Council to restore civility to the City Council. It's clearly broken and needs my experience to help them get back on track, I believe. I'm married. I've been married for 34 years. I have 2 adult sons. I've lived in the district off and on for 22 or more years. I've been paying mortgage payments and property taxes for probably about 35 years or so. And so I have a bachelor's degree from San Jose State. I have a 35-year career in public safety, in law enforcement and in code enforcement. And I've worked in city government. I know how to get things done. I'm currently on a planning review committee for implementation of a general plan. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Julio, 45-second intro statement, whenever you're ready.
I just also wanted to thank Tim Burns for coming out. I know it's late, and his commitment to public service. So my name is Julio Rodriguez. I'm a paraprofessional, so I work with children with special needs. I'm also going to San Francisco State University in urban planning. So what this means is, if elected, I'll be bringing new ideas and other strategies that we can implement in Hollister, California. So I do humbly ask for your vote this November 3rd. And that's about it.
We're hearing from community members that they want the City Council to clearly define its expectations from appointed boards and oversight committees. How are you going to ensure fair, transparent representation of different perspectives in the community?
Well, one thing I bring is I really believe I can bridge the gap between the millennial generation and then the current generation that resides or is currently in office. So that means I'll be accessible through phone, via email, via social media, Instagram. So I really believe social media, it also provides accountability for our elected officials. So that's something that I will be accessible 24/7. And yeah.
So I think the first thing that we need to do is have an open recruitment for those people, so all people who have an interest are considered for those appointments. In my professional career, I served as an ombudsman for a police department where I had civilian oversight of a 400-member police department, and that was through a national recruitment process. So I clearly understand the need for oversight and review. I think those committees need to work together with council, and I believe that there should be an annual report issued by each of those committees to show what the scope and completeness of their work is. I believe in inclusiveness. And so I think that's important. We've got a police chief recruitment hiring process coming up. And I believe we're going to need, or I think it would be in the city's best interest to involve the community in that actual hiring, where you bring members from different public safety entities, as well as not-for-profit groups and businesses to help assist the city council in choosing our next chief of police. Thank you.
In your opinion, how do you achieve the balance between meeting state housing requirements and the need for improved infrastructure?
That's a double-edged sword, as everybody knows. And I think essentially all candidates for council and mayor agree that we need to take a proactive effort to reduce the construction of single-family market rate housing in Hollister currently. But what we don't agree on is how we figure that piece out and interact with the state as it relates to Senate Bill 330. And so I would propose that we hire a subject matter expert attorney to give us good guidance. I'm willing to say no, but there's a consequence to simply saying no, and I'm not prepared to simply say no and face the challenge of potential fines, potential lawsuits, and potential loss of taxes. And so we need to have a clear strategic process to do that, and we need the community's input. It's simply not the council members' opinions that matter. Thank you.
Like I've stated before, California is facing climate change, and in 2008, California took on the monumental task of fighting climate change with SB 375. Currently, a majority of our residents commute to and from work. So Californians decide, are we taking climate change seriously, or are we taking the California housing crisis seriously? And I really think it's vital that these two bills work together, not separate. So one thing I'm proposing, and like I said, being at San Francisco State University, I have a wide range of resources and access, and working with partnerships such as the Monterey Partnership, AMBAG, and that's something that I really would love to be part of, because it's not just Hollister. This is a regional issue, and climate change, we have to take this seriously.
Okay, let's do the final question. Mr. Julio Rodriguez, you will go first. There are many approaches to dealing with the issue of homelessness. If elected, how would you solve the problem locally?
Same thing with the housing crisis and global warming. This is a regional issue, a state issue, and quite frankly, we have to be proactive with coming up with funds on how to combat that. Because there are matching funds or federal funds that if we come up with stuff, they're all, like I said, the state will also help us out. So one of the suggestions that I would be making would be requiring a impact fee or some kind of tax on the current developments that would go to combating homelessness. And with that, I would also want a oversight committee to oversee those funds and get expert opinions, people who would be qualified and passionately wanting to solve these issues.
I believe to begin with, we need to engage the community that is most directly impacted to understand really what the challenges are. Once we've done that, I believe we need to put together a task force and reach out to our local nonprofits who deal with that and can provide services. We need to reach out to our county partners to see what they can add to us helping. It may involve a joint enforcement effort between the sheriff's office and the police department. And we need to look at permanent solutions. I can tell you that there are several churches that have interest in getting involved, as well as the nonprofits, and it's going to require a collaborative effort. The city of Hollister is a city that is the county seat for San Benito County, and because of that, you're always going to have people that are challenged attracted to that area because the resources are there, the hospitals are there, the social services are there, and so we need to work with partners and the business community to address this need. Thank you. Thanks. So again, I'm going to humbly ask the voters in District 4 to vote for me. I believe I bring the education, the training, and the experience necessary to represent the needs and interests of the people that reside in District 4. I am going to work with them to listen to what they have to say. It's not about Tim in any way, shape, or form. It's not about my agenda. It's about what I can do to help them move forward. If you're looking for a leader, I'm your guy. If you're looking for a follower, I am not your guy. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Julio Rodriguez, you've got a 30-second closer whenever you're ready.
So this election is really about growth when it comes down to it. Time and time again, I've asked many of the constituents, and that's really what it's about. People are tired of the commute. People are tired of approving more homes, because as of right now, we have 4,000 homes approved. We got to finish this puzzle before approving more puzzles. We need an economic development plan so our citizens can work here. They're not going to be on the road. And that's also taking on climate change. So I do ask for your vote November 3rd. And thank you for putting this together.
Oh, and thank you for both making it.